Living in this 21st century reality, how should you and I respond? Can we really make a difference in this massive humanitarian crisis? Join me in part 1 of a story that spans more than 3 decades and 8,000 miles. It is a remarkable testimony of how a simple act of compassion transformed the lives of a refugee family, one that continues to bear fruit to this day. This is ASAP Ministries' Mission Matters. In the early 1980s, the lives of hundreds of thousands of Laotians were turned upside down when the government was taken over by a communist regime. In the face of brutal oppression, many made the difficult decision to flee their homeland. Among them was the Siavong family.
There was a major change in the government. We were persecuted and forced to labor in a rice field. Our possessions were taken. My uncle was arrested and killed. We were all very scared, so we decided to leave the country. I had 4 children at that time. My oldest was 7 years old. The youngest was 1, and I was 1 month pregnant.
The Siavongs sought asylum in the Nay Pho refugee camp in Thailand. With such a young family, the journey was not easy. Under the cover of darkness, they made their way to the banks of the Mekong River, which separates Laos from Thailand, and boarded a boat that would carry them to safety.
When we arrived at the Thailand border, Thai officers met us. We thought that we would be safe, but in the refugee camp, there were 10 of us packed into the room. We were homesick and we were sad.
The Siavongs had been Buddhist in Laos. They knew little of God or the Christian faith. But in the refugee camp, they met ASAP founder Judy Akin.
There came a time when they celebrated the Christmas season. Mother Judy came to the refugee camp to give away blankets for refugees. Her face was full of love and affection. She came to visit the refugee camp often. The camp residents always shouted, "Mother Judy has come! Mother Judy has come!" I was eager to meet her.
Many years ago, I was serving the Lord in the refugee camps of Thailand. The Siavong family is one of the precious families that the Lord gave me the opportunity to minister to. There was great suffering and need in the camps, and because of this, our family began to minister to them, giving them blankets and clothes and food. But the most valuable gift that they received were Bible lessons in their own language.
Mother Judy and her family were celebrating Christmas at the church, and they were talking about Jesus. I was in the back row listening to Christ's story. Mother Judy said that Christ himself is the creator of the earth, and he came to die for our sins. I didn't understand it at first, so I wanted to learn more. I was a Buddhist before, and because of that, I didn't know about God's love for me. As I understood that God had come to die for me, I burst into tears. I began to study the Bible and learn more about God. I accepted Jesus Christ into my life, and I began to experience fulfillment and happiness in my life. My husband was also happy, and we decided to get baptized. Later, our children were also baptized.
They were among the first group to accept the Sabbath and join the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And Lumpai and her family have remained faithful to this day. I am amazed at how the Lord has led me in the small things to touch hearts of people in the refugee camps, and how he has blessed in so many souls being saved into his kingdom.
More than 30 years ago, the gift of a simple blanket became the link in a chain of events that brought a refugee family to Christ. The influence of that gift is still felt today. In part 2 of the Sia Vong story, you will hear about their arrival in America and how they planted churches in America and have reached back to their own countrymen in their home country. And you can be part of the story. ASAP Ministries today continues to reach out to and support refugees and displaced persons in Southeast Asia, North America, and beyond. There are many opportunities to get involved. You can build a classroom or provide school supplies for Syrian refugee children in Lebanon. Sponsor a teacher at Krin Adventist Academy in the Merumu refugee camp in Thailand. Provide an Adventist education to the children of Pakistani asylum seekers. Or fund one of our New Steps workshops to bring spiritual and emotional healing to refugees who have experienced unspeakable trauma. These are just a few of the ways that you can help. Will you join us in sharing God's love with refugees and displaced peoples around the world? Because Jesus is coming soon, now more than ever, mission matters.